Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Normally my readings are not really date or time specific. This time it is. This whole series is dedicated to eclipse season. We have the full moon in Libra with a lunar eclipse on March 25th. Then we have a new moon in Aries with a solar eclipse on April 8th. So because this eclipse season is occurring on the relationship axis in astrology, Aries is across from Libra. Aries is I am. Libra is we are. So I figured this would be the appropriate time of year to do a little check-in on our sacred connections. So you will notice that the spreads are a little different than normal. Welcome to Cross Watchers, and to those of you who are brand new to the channel, happy to have you here. I'm going to be pulling from Archangel Michael, Sword of Light Oracle. Also, happy equinox and first day of a new astrological year. Sun is now in Aries, Moon is in Leo. Fire. Ooh, card 16. I like this. 1 and 6 is 7. Very spiritual, very intuitive. It says it's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. So I know the words "it's almost over" kind of like my mind went to a not so great place, but the message is really positive. The message here is letting you know that the challenges is what they're talking about. Michael's talking about the challenges will soon be resolved and you'll be able to look to the future with a smile. I'll take it. I got a lot of Leo in my chart. I will take that message. My challenges have been many lately, so I will accept that message on your behalf, much like award season. So let's go, jump in. The spreads are different. This one and the extended will be different, but it's like a check-in on our sacred connections. Here we go. Overall energy. Wow. Yes. This beautiful love connection. Okay, now I'm seeing the challenges. Makes sense. Oh my goodness. Woof, woof, woof. Divine guidance is telling you not to avoid, not to run away from a situation and, to avoid difficult energy. And I'll get to that in a minute. But we're starting out here with this once-in-a-lifetime love. The love of a lifetime. The one. And this side of the spread is for those of you watching regardless of your sign. Okay? Because I'm tapping on into your energy. And this side is for your divine counterpart. So again, regardless of sign. I am calling in Leo energy, but some of you are not here as the Leo. And it's still your energy I'm drawing off of. So I want to be sure you understand why I'm doing it that way. Here's where you are right now. You're with some sadness, some grief, some loss, some sense of regrets of the past, mistakes of the past, but it's backwards facing. Right? It's looking down at what's lost to you when what's right behind you is the Two of Cups. And here's your karmic challenge, is the Two of Cups. So there's a strong message coming through for those of you watching. Your person, where are they at right now? They're kind of letting it ride. 7 of Pentacles, there is patience in the 7 of Pentacles, but it's also about some awareness in 3D that things unfold organically. Right? The day you plant the seed is not the day the garden grows. So that's sort of where they are. They're just sort of letting energy ride. And what's their karmic challenge? 10 of Swords. Okay? And what that's saying is, if you leave too much to chance, if you leave too much to resolve itself, sometimes you can come up short, empty-handed, and be dealt a very painful ending to something. So this person's karmic challenge is around painful endings. And so where they are right now is letting it all ride, because they may avoid situations that are a little bit more tense. Okay? Because this is your divine guidance card. The opportunity is here in the Hermit. It's talking about wisdom. It's also talking about the time it takes in a solitary way to sort of get to know ourselves, right? This is about looking under the hood of the car of your life. What makes me tick? Why do I act the way I do? Why do I see things the way I do? It is about self-awareness, introspection, personal growth. And it's something that we kind of have to do on our own. But on the flip side, what comes of that energy and the time invested is the wisdom. And then we become the guide, our own guide first, right? So we kind of know something that's we've been struggling with is almost done. It's definitely gonna resolve. We have the wisdom to know that, but we can also guide the other. The ones that are coming behind us on the path. So I like the fact that the opportunity is for introspection, because there's something going on here between both of you, where I feel there's a little bit of triggering from past hurts and wounds in other relationships. Might have nothing to do with this one, but it could be triggered by things like avoidance, things like saying everything's cool, everything's good, when everything's not cool and everything's not good, and not dealing with the truth of the situation directly, and then by the time you get to it, it's too late. So yeah, that's what we got, Leo. Let's jump in and clarify. Ace of Cups. Wow. So present energy, there's a lot of deep reflection. I have a feeling that somewhere along the way you parted ways, or someone kept moving forward on their path. There was definitely feeling like there's been a break here. And it's weighing on both of you. I'm pulling shared energy here. It's weighing on both of you. And it's really requiring a lot of time to heal, but also time to reflect, This came up, this Four of Swords, almost in the same place for the last reading I did. And my feeling about it was, this is your opportunity to review the game tape about this connection. And for some of you, that's going to go way back. And for some of you, it's more recent. But where's the burden? Where is the difficulty? Where is the challenge? Where is the negative karma? Because that's what needs to be released during this eclipse season. And sometimes what you got to release is what no longer serves you in terms of drama. Emotional wounds from the past, for wherever they come from, whether it's in this connection or other connections. Sometimes you just got to keep moving forward. So I feel like this is your, present energy is, some of you are quite reflective and doing that deep healing work and trying to unburden yourselves around this beautiful connection. And others of you are still feeling shortchanged. So let's see the Five of Cups. All right, can't make it up, guys. Yeah. Oh. So I feel like some of you are almost feeling some sense, oddly it's coming through, as some sense of shame for having put so much into this connection, like the Prince Charming never shows up. Maybe this person exited. Okay. Maybe there was some tension. For some of you, this is a general reading, not a private, so you're going to have to take it as it resonates. But it feels to me like I'm seeing some sort of shame attached to something with regard to this connection that happened in the past, or that didn't come to fruition, that just didn't arrive. So that's where you are right now, dealing with that woulda, coulda, shoulda energy, mistakes of the past, regrets of the past, sadness, loss, grief, sense of abandonment, or feeling kind of left out in the cold here, devalued on some level. Perhaps you're even questioning your own worth and value. And I don't mean that in a conscious way. Sometimes we take things very personally, and it really does a number on our self-esteem. That's what I think I'm seeing here. So let's look at your person, where they are presently. Oh, this person's a little strategic. Coming through King of Swords. There is honor coming through in this King of Swords. There is a desire to move past all of the ish, right? To get to some calmer waters, to peace of mind, to something a little bit more tranquil. And they're sort of waiting for it, and that's part of the strategy. And they're kind of apprehensive, a little anxious, unsure of what might unfold. So a little bit of fear coming in. It feels a little more anxious to me, but it's part of the plan. They want to do the right thing, and to them, the right thing is letting it ride. And what it is that they're desiring, at least in an unconscious way, is that you guys get to move past the troubled water. So now for you, your karmic challenge, this Two of Cups. Empress, Page of Wands, High Priestess. Your karmic challenge is trusting your intuition, especially when there isn't much communication or when communication seems surface level, right? What does your intuition tell you about this person's intentions? Do you think they're just playing you? Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, player energy. You think they're just in it for the minute, for, getting their own needs met, and then bye-bye? Because you're coming through with, this is what I've got on the back of my mind. It is not what I have gotten in real life. And there is this energy of trusting your inner knowing. So I think your karmic challenge here is divine feminine energy with regard to this sacred connection is, what is your intuition telling you? And the karmic challenge is to tap into that. You got the number 7 here, right? 1 and 6 is 7. So I feel like you're being guided to tapping into your inner knowing, trusting that instead of falling into suspicion, which is a much lower vibration. Okay? Intuition, it comes through in weird ways. For me, this past week, there was a week that I wasn't really active on the channel. Couldn't explain it. I couldn't talk. And I had a lot of, pins and needles around my mouth. I looked up everything. There was no signs of stroke or anything that was happening. I checked in with someone I'm close to that's a physician. They're like, yeah, I don't know what it is. And then I trusted my intuition and did a little further research on ascension. And that is a symptom of ascension too. So I feel like I was rising up to something. And if I fell for my suspicions and my fears and my insecurities, I would have thought I was, going to land in the hospital. But my inner knowing was like, no, Laura, something different is happening here. Take it one step further. Come from the highest vibration you can. And here I am. I changed some things up. I'm going to tell you about it in a second. And I followed my intuition. So I'm inviting you to do that. Let's look at your person's karmic challenge. 10 of Swords, Hermit. They need a lot of introspection. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Wow. This person kind of goes off the grid when it gets close to commitment time. When it gets close to planning life partnership, expectations around up-leveling, committing, engagement, marriage, whatever, moving in, planning a life together, talking about the future even, this person goes to a very dark place. Like the I can't have nice things kind of a place. And sometimes what happens is they pull themselves right off the grid. They retreat. So their hermit isn't coming through in a good way. That's why the opportunity is for them to explore themselves while you're doing the same thing. I kind of feel you're both having a similar, I think you're having a similar response. And that is to not trust. That came through for Cancer too, I want to say. So there is a trust element here for each of you. And that may be part of your mission and what you're working through in this incarnation, or at least in this connection. So let's look at the Hermit, because that is the opportunity. 7 of Wands, right? And it does feel like it's coming through more for your person, more for a divine masculine. I see this side, and those of you watching, more aligned with divine feminine energy. That is not a gender thing. Okay, so more divine feminine is more receptive, more allowing. The Emperor is divine masculine, is more initiating, more active, activation, and taking action is what I meant to say. And I feel like the opportunity is for this person to understand why they resist their own happiness. Right? Things are getting good. Oh no, it can't last. It won't last. I'm just going to get stabbed in the back. Got to shut it down. Got to make myself unavailable, unapproachable. Things are getting good. This is this person's karmic challenge, and the opportunity is for them to learn and understand. In this moment, while you're probably not in much communication, or if you are, it seems like pretty surface level, as I said, I feel like you need to trust your intuition and your inner knowing that this person needs this time to understand why they piss on their own happiness, quite frankly. Because they're being called to something higher and better, but they need that self-awareness, that insight, to handle things differently, to see it differently. Because this is a powerful connection. And once you see it differently, all the healing can come in and you can leave the junk in the trunk. What I mean is, you don't need to look in the rearview mirror because you're not going that way. Oh my God, am I old? Okay, Seven of Swords. This is your divine guidance, guys. Laura. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. The divine guidance is don't run. You're in it together. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. King of Wands looking at the Seven of Swords saying, yeah, no, we can build something together. We're in it together. You're being guided not to avoid, to deal with things head on. The King and Queen of Wands. Wow, we've got Aries and Leo there. Right now, the sun is in Aries, the moon is in Leo. So I'm not surprised that we're getting that powerful of a message. Three of Pentacles, your divine counterpart in spirit. There's a co-creative trinity here, right? Of laying a solid foundation, being on the same page at the same time, being mutually invested in the connection. Now, if you're looking at this, I want you to just pick up on something. They're kind of sort of backs are to each other. I know she's sort of facing forward, but I'm feeling like Spirit's trying to guide you. Like, don't keep looking backwards and trying to run away from things that need to be dealt with face to face and head on. Because you can do it. And that's the way to do it. Really powerful message for you here, Leo. So I'm going to give you the astrology before I do that. Number one, if you are enjoying this video, don't forget to like it. Share it if you feel called to do so with someone that might benefit from the message. And don't, for the love of all that's holy, don't forget to subscribe below. That really helps me get the message out to others. That's your way of paying it forward to the collective as well. It doesn't cost a thing. Speaking of which, there is a new format for the extended. So there is, if this is resonating with you and you want to go a little bit deeper for eclipse season, where we really look at what might occur, this is sort of where things stand. What might occur, that's in the extended. The link is below in the first sentence of the description box. And now, because so many of you have commented that the one-offs are not really in the budget and you'd like more availability, maybe for a little tiny bit more to get more readings. The only way I could do that is to create a monthly. So if you want this, click on it for $11.11. You get all the Leo readings that have been uploaded to that platform, this one, and all future Leo readings. As long as your account is active, you get all the new moon readings, you get all the full moon readings, and you get all the monthly energy updates. And by the way, you can go back because you have access to everything. It's like Netflix. You have access to everything that's already been uploaded once you activate your membership. So I just wanted to let you know, for the price of a one-off, you get essentially 5 readings a month. And I thought that was the only way I could figure out how to do it, so that more of you could justify that limited expense, but get more out of it. Okay, the all access pass remains the same. So for those of you that have that, you don't need to buy anything extra. I sent you an email. So if you want all the extendeds, there's a link to that. You have to scroll a little bit to get to. Okay, so I hope you see what I was ascending to during my little teeny tiny break while I was trying to figure out what am I being guided to, and that was it. So I hope that you are feeling the love, because that's my way to pay it forward to you. So the astrology that came through here, we have Knight of Cups is Pisces. We've got King of Wands is Leo, as I said. Queen of Wands is Aries. These are just astrological associations for a little extra added confirmation. If it doesn't come up what your signs are, don't worry. It doesn't negate the reading. Pisces energy in the moon. We've got the King of Swords is Aquarius. Empress is Venus. Taurus and Libra. Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. And High Priestess is Pisces. Then we've got the Hermit here twice. That is Virgo energy. The Sun is the Sun, but rules Leo. And we've got the Emperor is more Aries. And that's what I have for you. You've got a really beautiful message here, current challenges, and I see some here will soon be resolved. So let's go to the extended and see what that might look like. Thanks for joining me. I'm heading there now. Link is below. Bye.